So, hello everyone, and welcome back for part 2 of the Lucky Stars New Moon in Aquarius Jupiter conjunct Venus event. All right, if you know which secret code name is yours, all the timestamps are going to be in the description. This part has secret code names Dance Dance, the Munchkin Man, Lord Ganesh, the Frog Prince, Amethyst Point, and Eeyore. Okay, as Dance Dance, the Munchkin Man, Lord Ganesh, the Frog Prince, Amethyst Point, and Eeyore. These readings, I'm using my Chakra Insight Oracle. I'm using my Naked Heart Tarot. I'm using my Sacred Rebels deck by Alana Fairchild and my Power of Love deck by James Van Praagh. All right, so getting right into these messages. First secret code name is Dance Dance. We're going to start that at the 1 minute mark. Secret code name Dance Dance. And that's the song by Fall Out Boy. All right, so if you were drawn to the secret code name, make sure you look up the lyrics to that song because there's definitely a meaning in there for you. The one lyric that popped out at me was when he was talking about having a spine, right? Having a spine in particular. So getting started, secret code name Dance Dance. Love is the chakra healing. Love is the chakra healing. Remember kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. And it has a beautiful dog on there, and dogs are a symbol of loyalty and unconditional love. So as we're unlocking your lucky stars, know that your heart is healing from feeling as though others were not loyal in heart to you, that they were unkind to you, that they weren't benevolent but malevolent, that they weren't sharing of themselves or able to receive the love that you were giving. Okay, so this is what is healing. Don't forget that even if you do have to find your spine with someone, don't forget that you love them, right? Don't forget that you love them. It's not a matter of putting the love away or forgetting that it's there, but it's a matter of strengthening yourself and staying kind in heart, but also not diving into shadow, right? When you deal with others, not diving into shadow, especially when you care about them. You might want to watch the integration lesson on the dark mirror, or again, if you haven't watched it already, that I did a couple days ago. All right, Spirit, give me some insight, please, into how we're unlocking these lucky stars. What insight and guidance do they need for secret code name Dance Dance? Healing their heart chakra. Innocence of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. This is about you growing. This is about you taking an opportunity and knowing that it might be a slow process, but that the steps need to be taken. The steps need to be taken. If you do need to get a spine with someone and really start standing, then this is the time where you start to grow. You know it's a journey, but it's time. It's time to start making progress. Even if it's a slow process, it's time to start making progress. It can't stagnate in immature energy that's not growing. You got to start taking the steps towards growth, which, you know, sometimes triggers the shit out of people, you know what I mean? And that's what they need to go through. They need to go through their triggers. They need to heal through their triggers and find out why they're upset or why they don't like it and face that within themselves. Because if they don't like something someone else is doing, it's because they don't like the choices they made that got them there. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. Yeah, you got to defend yourself and stand your ground, Seven of Wands. You got to grow up and take the steps to defend yourself, because otherwise you're just gonna end up sabotaging yourself. You're just gonna end up feeling betrayed with the Ten of Swords. If you can't defend yourself, and I don't recommend being so angry like this lion's face is, but you definitely have to stand and know that you can't necessarily let your anger get the best of you or your hurt get the best of you, right? Because we're focusing on this heart chakra. We're focusing on kindness and benevolence, sharing and receiving. Don't let yourself be angry. Let yourself be stern. Let yourself be solid. Let yourself stand so that you don't end up sabotaging yourself. Any more clarity, Spirit, please, on these cards. Yeah, because it's just a matter of time. Two of Coins with the Ace of Cups. It's just a matter of time. This one wants to come off. And the healing happens. Heart of Cups is on the bottom. I think they're going to realize just how big your heart is, just how deep your love goes, because they know they're worth being angry at or they're worth being upset with, and you're not giving it to them. You're not feeding into their need for self-punishment. You're not feeding into their need to validate their self-loathing. You're just simply defending your right to love yourself. And I think over the course of time, because this is about the ideal and the reality being juggled, and one starts to become the other, the ideal starts to become the reality, or the reality starts to become the ideal. You know, it's just a matter of time. And the cup of love is offered, and the healing, the highest of healing, the soul wish, begins to take place. Heart of Cups is on the bottom, that big deep energy with strength on top. You got to be really strong. You're going to have to be really strong. You're going to have to let your ego and your pride go to the side, your need for control to the side, and just really stand your ground. Really stand your ground. All right, Spirit, what's the guidance? What's the guidance for this, please? I feel like it's this one. Yeah, it's time for you to restore and replenish yourself. Defend to the end the worthwhile. If you have a vision of love in your mind, that you would fight to the death for it, that you would get angry, you know what I mean? That you would fight for this. You have to understand how important it is to defend it to the end because it's worthwhile. And if you need to take a step back to restore and replenish yourself and the loving vision that you held because someone makes you feel like you want to curl up into a ball and hide away your love and your light, you might have to get into that place of wisdom with yourself, that higher wisdom, right? The owl is the higher perspective that can see in the dark. You know, again, with that dark mirror integration lesson video, I think you're going to have to really ask someone the right questions instead of lashing out and being angry because you care about them and the vision you hold for them, either as an individual or with you. Like, you're going to have to trust. You're going to have to trust that you can speak up and not lash out and then stay firm because you're building on a vision that you believe in. You believe in the love. You believe in the cup overfloweth. You believe in the healing. You know it's a matter of time, and you have to take these steps. The wisdom you hold in your soul is worthwhile, and even if it's upsetting, even if there's tears shed because you know that there's a process and you can't speed it up any faster than it's going, you need to be reassured that this is your time to go within so that they too can also go within and start defending what is worth it to have in their life. What's actually literally worth it. What's the remember card, Spirit? What do they need to remember? Yeah, respect, integrity, and individuality. Those are some fucking power cards right there. Respect is remembering that you value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. You got to remember everyone's perspective deserves respect because there's a rhyme and a reason and a method to the madness. Their perspective on loving you right now is such because you're in need of learning this lesson. You're in need of learning how to defend yourself without being angry, like you're in need of learning certain things. And so their perspective right now is necessary for you to shift and grow, right? For you to shift and grow from the page to the night, right? This slow growth process, and you being able to do that will allow them to do the same. It will allow them to do the same. Remember, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. When you are truthful and when you are honest with the way you feel, that their treatment of you is unacceptable, or their disregard for you is unacceptable because of the way that you choose to love, they would either have to sincerely let you go if it's not for them, or seriously start fucking reciprocating so that they don't lose what they know is meant for them. You're pushing integrity for yourself when you are honest and truthful. If you can't continue doing something the way you're doing it because it's painful, you have to be able to voice that without getting angry, even if it brings up tears. You can't keep going on. It's not fair to you, and they know it, right? And they know it. If it's not fair, it's not fair. And they have to be able to face the reality that it's not fair, and they can't continue. And individuality, remember, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. They can't forget you. They can't forget you. And you won't forget them either, because they're helping you learn some seriously soul deep lessons to end and heal self-sabotage. You know, the mouse on this card, like, you're not a beggar. You're not out there for crumbs, right? You're not a beggar and you're not out there for crumbs. That version of yourself has to die. They're helping this version of yourself die. They're doing you a service by forcing you into an energy where you have to get in touch with your integrity and start speaking up and defending yourself, because your love is worth it. And if you need to go within and restore and replenish your energy, then you have to, because they're not filling you up. And you can't keep pouring out and giving a full-blown meal to someone who's giving you crumbs, right? Get in touch with your self-respect, get in touch with your integrity, and remember that you and who you are is authentic and unique. And your way of loving them is different than anybody else has. That's your unique stamp of love on who you love and what you do. Nobody else treats them with the same amount of love and consideration and adultness that you do. You're not lashing out. You're not getting angry, you know, where other people would, and they know that their actions are worthy of that response, but you're not going there because you have integrity. You respect yourself and the love you've given, and you don't regret it. And you don't regret it. You're not going to let them believe that you do. You're just going to let them know that maybe you can't continue the way it's been, that you need to grow up, and by default, so do they. So do they. We're not in high school anymore. We're not in high school anymore. We're grown. We're grown, and we need to act like adults and love like adults and respect like adults. And if they didn't have adults in their life that knew how to grow up, that knew how to be respectful, that knew how to have integrity, this is where they learn, and this is where you teach them. This is where you teach them. That's the value of you, right? That's the value of you. I hope that helps, because that's how you unlock your lucky stars. That's how you unlock your lucky stars. Okay. You teach someone how to go deep. Okay. Next secret code name. The Munchkin Man. 1422. The Munchkin Man. If you were drawn to this secret code name, the Munchkin Man? Who's the Munchkin Man? He's the Munchkin Man. All right. Sorry, it cracks me up every time I hear that in my head. All right. Spirit, please. What is the chakra healing being focused and called upon for the unlocking of these lucky stars? root chakra. All right, we have base chakra, root chakra, and action, also a root chakra card. The keywords are movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. You got to be fearless in dancing with the divine. Okay, the divine is in control. When we're talking about the root chakra, we have to have trust and let go of fear and be in surrender. Be in a state of surrender. The universe knows what it's doing. If things aren't going on the way you thought they would, or you want right now, or someone is not in your life the way you think they should be or would want them to be, there is a fucking reason. You got to dance with the divine. You've got to allow yourself to move. You've got to allow yourself to persevere. You've got to allow yourself to find that inner strength so that you can make the choices that are best for you. You got to have discipline and be motivated. You're on a self mission right now, unlocking your heart's ability to dance and create. When you're not taking actions for another and you're taking actions for yourself, you're allowing the heart space to tune into its ability to receive, its receptivity. When you take actions for you to better you, you're allowing the universe to give you things to receive. Okay? You're working on your root chakra. If you're going to do meditations, do root chakra meditations. If you have root chakra crystals or stones, whether they're garnets or rubies or hematites or black obsidians, black tourmaline, like whatever you have to tune into your root chakra, if you have ruby zoisite, that would be a great stone. That would be a great stone. Ruby zoisite. I believe it is a green stone with flecks and spots of rubies throughout it. That would be a great stone. Because it literally just flashed in my mind's eye and pinged at me. So if you can get a hold of one of those, you should. They're not expensive as a tumbled stone. They're not expensive at all. You can find them online. And there's usually not fakes or anything like that of that stone. So, yeah, you're being shot. You're being shot into a spark of initiation in order to ascend yourself and create stability within. Right? That's your mission right now. Your mission right now is to allow yourself to be inspired and grow and ascend in your ability to receiving the beauty from your outer experience by really tuning into your soul song and trusting that spirit is doing everything it needs to do for you in the background. Even if you can't see it, spirit's got it covered. Spirit's already got it covered. It's already been done working on it. Like, you're good. You just need to focus on you and what you're doing and what the best moves for you are. You've been through a lot. You can get through a little bit more. You're good. Spirit knows what it's doing. Spirit knows what it's doing. Give me some insight, please, Spirit. Secret code name, the Munchkin Man. The Innocence of Swords. Or the Page of Swords. Where the divine feminine and masculine meet. Look at the shape, the geometric shape behind him. Like, the masculine and the feminine are touching in the center, and yet the masculine and the feminine are also touching here. It's base to base and tip to tip, and yet it creates this diamond energy. Listen. The messages are being received by you and another, even if it is via social media and spying. There's a reason why you're being inspired the way you are and why they're being inspired the way they are. There's certain healings taking place. You really got to trust spirit. There is a total method to the madness with this. There is a method to the madness with this. Could also be telepathic or ether communication. Heart of Cups. You keep putting that love out there. You keep putting that deep love out there. This Heart of Cups, this Queen of Cups, if you're putting out, whether it's intuitive messages or little reminders on social media, like that's okay. That's okay, because you intuitively know what is true for your heart. There's Cancerian energy on this card. You could see the symbol for Cancer right there. This is, and you might want to check out the Cancerian placements in your chart, what house it rules, because that might be where you need to focus and put yourself nurturing and allow that aspect of you to shine, right? Allow that aspect of you to be seen. We got the Seven of Cups. What, I feel like this is supposed to be underneath the Seven of Cups. Death, Temperance, and the Six of Wands. The confusion, the emotional confusion, or feeling like you're in the fog, like you can't see. There's a reason why. There's so many other options, right? There's so many options, and yet you're walking right by them because you can't see, but it's meant to be that way. You wouldn't have your head in the fog and not know what's going on if you were meant to. The whole point is that you're learning how to trust. If you knew what was going on and you were in control, you wouldn't be in a state of surrender and learning surrender. Because this Seven of Cups energy, coming out with the Death card, the Temperance card, and the Six of Wands, this is Scorpionic energy, this is Sagittarian energy that are playing a huge role. I feel like these are the ones that are actually being focused on right now. You might want to see where they are in your chart, and that's where the victory is with the Six of Wands. That's where the victory is. You going through this transformation, getting back to this innocent, pure state of love with yourself, that you can touch your transformation and see the beauty in it, that you can have this masculine, feminine energy in divine balance, right? That you can have them in divine balance and claim your victory. It's just a matter of time before the fog clears. It's just a matter of time before the fog clears. Time and cycles. I'm being drawn to the phases of the moon here, and we're in the new moon, right? We're in the new moon in Aquarius, and that's the center up here. This is a big part of this cycle. We're unlocking your lucky stars, like completely, surrender. Whatever's in your highest good to do today. Maybe you thought it was in your highest good to unpack, and now it's in, and you just feel like it's in your highest good to pack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just trust your fucking self. Spirit's doing what the fuck it's doing. You just gotta listen. You just gotta listen. Spirit, whatever you would have me do, wherever you would have me go, whatever you would have me say, if it is in the highest good of all, so be it. And just fucking listen. Spirit, whatever you would have me do, whatever you would have me say, wherever you would have me go, if it's in the highest good of all, so be it. Learn to surrender and trust to the unexplainable, right? Learn to surrender and trust. There's a reason why you're being guided to do what you're doing, and it's action-based. Trust the actions that you're taking. There's a rhyme and a reason for them. You're being guided, there's a reason. There's a reason. This is overriding fear. This is overriding fear. If you feel like you shouldn't be unpacking and know that you should, and you're being guided to, you know what I mean? Like, take it how it resonates, right? Take it how it resonates. If you're being guided to certain actions, override fear, because fear is the shadow of the base chakra. That's what closes the base chakra. It closes off trust, it closes off surrender, and it shuts off flow. So whatever your fears are, whatever the fear triggers are, the excuses, the reasons why, blah, 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 that you're convincing yourself maybe you should or shouldn't do something, like, forget the fucking fear. If you were not afraid, what would you be doing? If you were not afraid and fear was off the table, what would you be doing? What would you be saying? Where would you be going? Take fear out of it. Whatever you would have me do, whatever you would have me say, wherever you would have me go, if it's in the highest good of all, so be it. Fear cannot be in the equation. Fear cannot be a reason. Fear cannot be an excuse. This is about trusting. What's the guidance card, please? Restore and replenish. This just came out for the last reading. Restore and replenish. If you have to take a break, if you have to take a break and nurture yourself, then you do. Maybe you have to trust that if you leave social media behind for a few days, it's okay. People can miss you. It's fine. People can wonder what is going on. Wow, they haven't been on for a few days. I hope they're all right. Yep, they're fucking great doing as they're guided. If you got to take care of your own energy and work on you and say, fuck the rest of the world, you're allowed and you should. Nobody else out there on social media is actually in your present life and improving your present situation. Your reality, the other aspect of the root chakra. The reality, the things that get grounded into manifestation. Nobody out there is actually helping you ground your manifestation, bringing shit into form. It's on you right now. You've got to go back to like fetal position where you are growing on the inside so that you can manifest in the outer. You've got to be able to unlock this love vision. Every time I see this card, this green iris that she's kind of sitting in, this natural like green leaves, you know what I mean? Like this state, all these seashells and things around her. It's like deep ocean wisdom. You got to dive deep in your own darkness. You've got to start asking yourself the dark mirror questions. You've got to unlock the truth. There's a little key up here. There's a little key up there. And all of these buttons, like you've got to ask yourself, where's the truth? If I'm afraid, where did I learn it? If I'm not taking actions and I'm afraid, where did I learn it? Who taught me that being afraid was okay? Who taught me that not doing as I was guided was okay? Was it my mother? Was it my father? Who was it that taught me that being afraid and making choices from fear was acceptable for myself? You're going to have to go within and get deep. You're going to have to go in and you're going to have to get deep. Who taught you fear was okay? Who told you that hiding was okay? Who told you that hiding away was okay? It's not about hiding. It's about restoration. If you need to take a break, you're not hiding. You're not afraid to face whatever. You're doing as you're guided, and you're being guided to restore your own energy. Social media can be a drain. It can be a waste of time, right? It could be an excuse to distract yourself from the actions that you're meant to take, right? The things that you're afraid to do. It's a great escape, and you've got to really catch yourself. You might have to go on like a social media diet where you're not on social media for 3 days to a week just to see how much you get done with all your saved time. How much you get done when you're not on those things. Yeah, respect. Remember, respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. If people are on a different path and people are doing different things and learning different lessons, you got to respect that and focus on your own. You got to focus on building your own perspective. One that maybe you weren't taught, maybe one that you're still learning. I feel like there's more. Purpose. You've got to respect your purpose. Your purpose and your healing on your authentic journey. It says you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. You got to consciously restore yourself. That's your purpose. You've got to be determined. You've got to be dedicated. You've got to be able to see through the eyes of love. You've got to be able to see through the eyes of source. You've got to be able to trust and do as you're guided. Not from a place of fear, but from a place of trust. From a place of surrender. Drill this shit home with this new moon. New moons are all about manifestation energy. Aquarian energy is all about the higher perspective, the highest good, the biggest ripple. It's authentic, it's rebel energy. Like, you need to really hone in on this. especially for the next couple weeks leading up to the full moon. You gotta get in touch with yourself. Really, whatever you would have me do, whatever you would have me say, wherever you would have me go, if it's in the highest good of all, so be it. Unafraid, so be it. Make it your fucking mantra. Write it on your wrist so you don't forget. God knows, I do wrist messages often enough. Allow yourself to receive, right? Left wrist. Allow yourself to receive that vibration. That you would remind yourself and receive it every time you see it, that you would receive it and make it a part of yourself and integrate that in. Super trust. Super self-trust. Real talk right there. This is about you. This is about you and no one else. I feel like social media might be a detriment for you right now. You might need seriously a few days break just to see how much time you're actually wasting and not getting things done because of the distraction. You got to focus on you. Write yourself little love letters and place them around your home. Write yourself little love notes. Give yourself that time and attention. Like, hey, by the way, you're beautiful. Hey, by the way, you're fucking awesome. Hey, by the way, just wanted to remind you how strong you are. Hey, by the way, I'm fucking proud of you. Right? Put those little notes all around your home in random places and shove one in a random book so that over time you forget about it and find it one day. Like, seriously, take the time to love yourself. Love yourself in a different way. Trust spirit. Be inspired and focus on you. Yeah. Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Temperance, the King of Fire, the King of Soul. With that Ace of Cups will come around in divine time when you alchemize. Okay. Moving on. Secret code name, Lord Ganesh. 32. 44. Lord Ganesh is the Hindu elephant god and the remover of obstacles. Symbolized by the elephant, elephants never forget. It's the part of our soul that never forgets. The way. Lord Ganesh removes the obstacles. So, Spirit, please, for secret code name, Lord Ganesh, and those who would be drawn to this code name and this message, what is the chakra healing that is being highlighted for them to unlock their lucky stars? Third eye, seeing, perspective, knowledge, truth, and clarity, divine consciousness, and intuition. So we have 2 third eye cards and a crown chakra card. We're talking upper tier, right, of your chakras. This is getting in touch with your divinity and your ability to create the vision you see in your mind's eye, in your third eye. If you want to create a beautiful vision in your mind, if you can picture the beautiful result that you want to achieve, the beautiful vision that you have and want to create, you have to be able to trust everything that you're being guided to do, because when you're focusing on that vision, your spirit's inspiring you. Divine conscious downloads, right? Light flooding in through the crown to make it happen. You're getting intuitive pings on what you need to do to create what you want to see. If you're seeing terrible things in the future, the way things are going, if you're seeing a terrible outcome, if you're seeing things spiraling out of control, it's because you're ignoring your intuition and blocking the divine downloads. This is about you being able to take the actions to create your highest vision, interconnection, expansion, oneness, light. You've got to care and hold compassion a whole lot for someone. You have a perspective of truth, knowledge, and clarity. Truth, knowledge, and clarity that needs to be seen and recognized and brought into the 3D, right? What's in here has to be able to manifest and ground. Trust your insight, your awareness, and your own guidance. These are the key words. I feel like divine is coming in like a fucking stampede of wild horses. Like, that's the energy I'm feeling. It's such a rush. Like, it's almost like you could feel the hooves beating underneath the ground, like it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, that energy, that rush is coming. You have a certain amount of truth. You have a certain amount of perspective. You have a certain amount of awareness and clarity that the divine is flooding you with in order to connect you to that integrated self so that you can create the change and bring that God energy, that Christ consciousness energy into the reality. You're being called to ground it. You're being called for stamina. You're being called for movement in the creation of your vision, your highest vision. Removing the obstacles. All right, Spirit, give me some insight for this, please. What do they need to know? What is going on? Give me some insight to unlock these lucky stars. Give me some insight to unlock these lucky stars. Yeah, star healing, soul wish. You made a soul wish to the universe that's coming in. It's maybe in regards to a child with the innocence of coins. You have an opportunity to heal. You have an opportunity to heal. The Naked Heart is a special major arcana in this deck. It's about 99%, is not 100. And if you didn't watch the integration lesson on the dark mirror that I just did a couple days ago, this will help you reach 100%, because you're being overburdened spiritually in your soul with the 10 of Wands. Way too many straws on the camel's back, right? Way too many. You're being piled on way too much. Maybe someone else is, and you know it. There's too much soul burden on them. There's too much. Because if it's too much of a soul burden on you, you know it's too much of a soul burden on someone else, or it wouldn't be mirroring for you in the reality. You're being called to grant a soul's wish, whether it was your own and or someone else's, especially pertaining to youth. Innocence of Pentacles is about the 3D reality. You're going to have to bring this opportunity to heal forth in the reality. The Naked Heart. I'm going to read to you the actual meaning of this card, because I'm being guided to. Let me find it. The Naked Heart. Listen to this. It says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition as I listen to what my heart needs. My natural essence comes forth. My natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing. Otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, when I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The crystal recommendation is Aqua Aura Quartz. Hear the whispers in your soul. You are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. Ask yourself, was your ego leading you down the wrong path instead of your heart? The mind that wants to control or be controlled. How is it guiding you away from your light? 99% is not 100. You got to have compassion for yourself to get the soul burden off yourself, and you have to have compassion for another to get the soul burden off of them. You're being called forward. You're being called forward to listen to your divine consciousness within, if you've been calling in Christ, if you've been calling in God, if you've been praying, they're telling you you are the answer to the prayer. Your heart at 100 is the answer to the prayer. Guidance, please. Spirit. Secret code name, Lord Ganesh. Being and embodying the remover of obstacles, right? What is the guidance card, please? I feel like that one has to come too. Visions of life beyond death. This is the vision of the transformation via your own wisdom and your own beauty beyond what it is now. Like, you have to be able to see, even with your eyes closed, you might not be able to see how it's going to work out. You have to be able to have that vision of the beautiful life beyond the transformation. Conscious connections. You know when you're turning away from yourself and dimming out your colors and making yourself less than or smaller than, and you know when you're feeling connected to yourself and you're facing your truth, facing your light. Colors on the card is orange and green. This is about sacral chakra healing. You got to forgive your mother if they taught you that it was not okay to speak up. You might have to forgive another mother that is reminding you that it's not okay to speak up, when that's bullshit. This is heart chakra healing. You got to be able to trust your heart in the way it's guiding you. You got to dive for light. You got to go down in that dark place, that dark mirror, and show someone else. Show someone else. When you dive for light and you start to forgive the people that hurt you and taught you that it was okay to be in pain and suck up the pain, you got to forgive them, because that pain that you're holding is rippling, whether you realize it or not. When you forgive the person who taught you that it was okay not to heed your intuition, not to listen to your divine inner guidance, not to speak up and create, right, the vision that you see, that they stunted it, you have to forgive them so that you can override that and grow through it and become better. Softly, softly, the tender touch. Look how pretty this card is. Tears falling from her eyes with the lotus at her crown. The crystals on her third eye. Look at this crown chakra, third eye chakra energy. And the beauty that she holds in her hands. The cosmic egg that she's holding in her hands that wants to grow and crack open into the reality. Holding it shut can cause tears, and the divine is asking you to let it loose. It might be very difficult to balance. It might make you very upset to think about the fact that you're being called to be the remover of obstacles. But it's the greatest blessing you have within you. Let me read some of that for you. Just because I'm guided. You know, the feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. When we are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal, it is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of feminine wisdom. A cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. But the feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It's about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it internally and in our lives. So you don't have to force anything forward, but you have to allow yourself to receive the opportunity for it to come forward and know that you will accept it. If the divine offers you an opportunity to remove an obstacle, you have to be able to accept it. It's 44:44 on the timer. You have to allow your angels to set it up so that when that time comes, you're ready and you accept that the opportunity is being presented to you for a reason. Do not have anxiety and do not worry. If you're an honest person and you can never lie, that it aches your soul to do that. When the opportunity comes to present truth, you speak it. That's it. You don't need to force anything. But the minute your intuition pings at you, the time is now. The time is now. Beyond a doubt, you know it's coming up. Because if you don't speak, you're eating it down and shoving it down, and that doesn't feel good, and you need to recognize that. Be soft and gentle with yourself and allow the flow to come in. Allow your vision to be created, what you intuitively know is the best possible path. Allow it to be received. Allow that divine download to come in and trust yourself so that you could see the manifestation of your greatest vision. Trust in God. Trust in spirit. Trust if an opportunity is presenting itself, it's because it's meant to be taken, not ignored. You might have done it in the past and it hurt to do it, which is why you have this energy coming in to remind you, hey, if you miss the first opportunity, if you miss the second opportunity, you're not going to miss the third opportunity because it's going to hurt and we're going to give you a fourth opportunity. And if you miss that, it's going to hurt and we're going to give you a fifth opportunity because you are Lord Ganesh. You are the one meant to remove the obstacle. That's why it's not being removed by any other means. And it's going to hurt every time you pass up the opportunity and tell the universe, tell spirit, tell God, no. God asked you a fucking favor. Would you literally look at God and say no? If God called you in to be an angel for someone, God said, hey, I need you to be my angel right now. I'm sorry, God, no, I can't do that. What? If the opportunity is presenting itself, it's because God's giving it to you to take. Don't say no next time. Don't tell yourself no next time. Remember, satisfaction and loyalty. Remember, you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Because if you're keeping quiet and it hurts, it's because you don't approve of yourself and you're letting someone else define you. Someone else's control is starting to define your character when your character is loyal and loving. You're not disloyal. You're more loyal than they understand. This is major heart chakra. Green, green, green. Major heart chakra. Remember, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. If you are devoted to love, if you want to be reliable in the eyes of Source, you got to demonstrate it. It's like God can count on you. Source can count on you. When pain is rippling, it can count on you to stop it. It can give you the opportunity to stop it and you'll take it. And it can count on you. And Source is satisfied because your heart is satisfied. You didn't betray your loyalties, your true loyalties to your highest. Wow, my heart feels like it's spinning in my chest. It wants to, literally feels like it wants to fly out my chest. You got to be able to love and approve of yourself and the choices you're making, because if you were to make any other choice, it would feel like you're rejecting your fucking soul. That you're burying who you are and you're not allowed to speak. Because how you feel doesn't matter. Who taught you that how you feel doesn't matter? And if you feel like shit and someone is forcing you to feel like shit, that's okay. Who taught you? Who taught you? Was it your mother? Was it your father? Who taught you that feeling like shit and being forced to feel like shit was okay? It is not okay. Because you're just rippling the fact that other people are being forced to feel like shit and they're being taught that it's okay. That they feel like shit, it's okay. Stop that cycle now. Remove that obstacle. Forgive your mother or your father for teaching you that lesson, because it is not okay. Spirit's going to give you an opportunity to reconcile this. Spirit's going to give you the opportunity to heal this. Trust. Trust. You will be glad you healed it. Okay. Moving forward. Secret code name, the Frog Prince. 51 minutes, 10 seconds. Okay. Here we go. Spirit, please, for secret code name, the Frog Prince. What is the heart chakra? The heart chakra. What? It might be the heart chakra. What is the chakra that's being clued in for this healing to unlock the lucky stars? What is the chakra energy being tuned into to heal, to unlock the lucky stars? What chakra energy do we need to tune into? For secret code name, the Frog Prince. Personal boundaries, insight, and home. Solar plexus chakra, third eye chakra, and root chakra. Keywords are shelter, safety, nurturing, and warmth. And I'm hearing your home should be your safe haven. Your home should be where you're at peace. Your home could be where you are relaxed. Don't stress inside the home or over the home. If you have to set up personal boundaries, this is choice, assertiveness, empowerment, and authenticity. You have to be able to hold that confidence within you that you have personal boundaries. People can't cross into a place that makes you feel out of peace in your home, whether that's your literal home or your actual body, because the body is your home. It's your vessel for your soul. It's your soul's home here. You can't allow your peace to be taken. You're going to have very healthy boundaries with people. Healthy lines in the sand. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot cross this. You cannot cross that line. Absolutely not. You taking my peace away, you can't cross that line. Insight is understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. I just heard you're shortchanging yourself. Allowing people to cross your boundaries, to overstep their boundaries, to not know their place and take away your peace. You have to have the understanding and awareness that you're waking up, and that means that other people are waking up. Their misbehavior or mistreatment of you or others is unacceptable. The crossing of healthy boundaries into the shadow is unacceptable. I'm hearing the spewing of venom. I'm seeing literally like a spewing of black, like tar, like black gooey liquid coming out of the mouth. And it's almost like it's sticking to you. It's their toxic spew. You got to be able to wash that shit off and say, listen, you fucking spit that shit at me again. Get the fuck out of my reality. Draw that line. I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with that. That's not acceptable. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do this and I'm going to make this my priority, because that shit is not my priority. I have a home to keep safe. I have a home to keep the peace in. My home is my peaceful haven. You cannot upset me or my home. Even if they're on the phone spewing their garbage, you gotta be able to hang that shit up. Don't bring it in your home. Because I guarantee you, as soon as you hang up that phone, it's on you and shit around the house ain't getting done. You gotta be able to cut people off. You gotta be able to cut people off at the fucking head, like, no. And I don't mean forever, I mean in that moment. No, not acceptable. You're crossing a line. You're taking my peace. You're taking my peace right now. And literally cut it off. You might have to have certain boundaries with yourself. Maybe peace is trying to reach you. Maybe you do have someone like the Frog Prince who you would never give a chance, but that's because you've accepted so much toxicity inside your own being, inside your own home, that you can't actually receive the prince, that you can't offer the prince love and turn him into his true, natural, beautiful, charming state because you're too toxic to let him in. You're too judgmental to let him in. You got to open up. Who taught you that you weren't allowed to receive beautiful love and consideration and kindness? Maybe you feel like your own beauty's been locked away, that you've been cursed, and now you're this frog, and no one is going to love you for who you are, and they're going to judge you and make you feel like you're less than when you're a fucking princess in there. And you can't even communicate that because you're stuck in this cursed energy. You're going to have to rid yourself of this curse. This cursed feeling. Okay, listen. Because I'm being shown a ritual that you can do if you so choose. If you can get a hold of a black candle, that would be great. If you can't, get a white one. Specifically, like one of the taller pillars with the glass. I release my darkness. Write it on the candle. I am protected. My beauty is protected. You're going to have to write it on the candle. You can add essence or essential oils of clove or cinnamon. You can add them as spices in the candle, actually putting cinnamon or clove in there. Black pepper protects you from evil. It expels evil. Salt is cleansing and purifying. Bless your candle. And when you light that candle, you hold the glass, you hold the candle, and you allow all the toxic energy to be absorbed into the candle so that as the candle burns, that disappears. That energy, that toxic energy that you held within, that cursed feeling that you have, allow it to move through your arms, from your being, through your arms, through your hands, and into the candle so that the candle can absorb it for you. And you watch that candle burn until there's nothing left. Ding. You watch that candle burn until there's nothing left. Okay. Frankincense. If you have frankincense oil, that would be worth it to put in there too. Make sure you keep it in a fire safe place. Okay. It's a great ritual to do. Okay, Spirit. What insights do they need? Secret code name, the Frog Prince. These flew out in the reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse, Spirit of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse. I heard letting go of the shadow wish. You have a wish from a place of longing that needs to be let go of. A place of needing or longing. A wish that you feel can never be attained because it's not meant to. That's why. You're wishing for something that's not meant to actually come into fruition. You need to let the false wish go. You need to let your mind go, the logical thinking that would have you say, but this is the right steps. This is what I'm supposed to do. Fuck that. You got to get rid of the burden. 10 of Wands in the reverse, you got to get rid of the burden. Because the burden of those logical, reasonable, this is the right way thoughts have to go in order to create your wish. Clarifying cards, please, Spirit. Six of Pentacles. You need equal giving and receiving. And there's beta fish on this card. You know, and beta is the male betas that are seen here. Like when they're in the same tank, they fucking fight. They fucking fight. It's like two masculine energies going head to head. That has to stop. Maybe you're wishing someone else could be more like, and you have to be more like in a different way. You have to be more like. You have to get rid of this cursed energy that you're feeling. Whatever that pertains to. Equal giving and receiving. You have to allow yourself to be independent and allow them to be independent. You're not creating codependency. You don't want codependency where one person needs the other or where you need someone else, like, or they need you. You don't want to create that. You want a relationship where there's two authentic individuals coming together to co-create a journey of two individuals together. One can't be trying to control the other in any way, or you'll never connect the way you're supposed to, and you're always going to feel like you're cursed and dealing with this shit, dealing with your demons. You have to allow someone to be unique and just be themselves and do their thing, and you got to learn how to do your thing when they're busy doing theirs. You know, it's that kind of energy. Two very independent souls that are either going to work together in their acceptance of their individuality, or they're going to let each other go because who they are as individuals just simply don't fucking work. It simply doesn't fucking work, no matter how much you wish it would work. If who you are as individuals, you can't change anybody. You shouldn't want to change anybody. You wouldn't want it if someone wanted to change you and you were happy with who you are. You wouldn't want someone changing you and trying to mold you and shape you and carve you the fuck out to what they want. You are yourself. So don't do that to anybody else, and don't let anybody else do that to you. If they're trying to carve you and manipulate you and cross your lines and force you to be something that you're not, forcing you to accept a certain amount of behavior that you're not comfortable with, you just got to let them go. Who they are and who you are doesn't fucking mesh. It just doesn't. Doesn't have to be romantic either. It could definitely be family related. Any other clarity, Spirit, please? That's way too many. I'll take this one that spun out. Yeah, the Five of Swords. You got to stop arguing with someone. You got to let the shark go. This is someone that smells blood, and you can't stop them from attacking you or coming after you. Like once they feel attacked and they smell blood, that's it. And you might be the same way around them. Someone who actually gets excited at the opportunity to bite at you. Any chance you give them to bite at you, they'll take it. Yeah, it's just a matter of time before you got to let this healing happen. falls under the 10 of Wands, the releasing of the burden. It's only a matter of time. You can't fight. You can't fight with them like this forever. You can't allow yourself to be carved out and hollowed to where you don't feel like yourself anymore, and they can't either. You can't do that to them either. It's not right. Like, what's meant to be is meant to be. If it's meant to be, then the two of you will grow and find each other again. But trying to force it this way, I'm definitely feeling like you're trying to carve each other into what you want. And it's just, that's not the way. That's not the way. What's the guidance, please, Spirit? Bring it into form. This is the ripple, the light ripple in your step when you walk away. These feet are walking away. And it's leaving a footprint. It's leaving an imprint. This is the path. This is the path. If you want to follow in the footsteps of light, this is the way. The lightning bugs. The fireflies. They'll light your way through the night. They'll light your way through the dark, but you gotta create the ripple. You gotta take the first step. Because I feel like you're leaving the path in order to teach others how to follow. Teaching other people what to do. Being strong in your bones, the structure of who you are. Because I'm being drawn to the fact that you can actually see the skeleton through the legs, where the internal structure of the self is strong in making choices to move forward. I'm not going to sit over here on this side of the line with you. I got magical things to do. I got magical places to be. I got magical things to experience, and I got magical people to meet. I can't stand here and not be at peace. You got to be able to take the first step. You got to be able to manifest better. You have to be able to allow yourself to receive better. Bring it into form. You got to know your angels are guiding you towards an initiation to shift your life. Your angels are guiding you forward to initiate a shift to change your life, to bring peace back, to bring in your awakening, to bring it in, to give you the insight. There's a reason why this is being called to you as being necessary. There's a reason why you feel like this curse has to break. Spirit, whatever is in my way, myself included, remove it from me now. Spirit, whatever is in my way, including myself, remove it from me now. What's the reminder? What's the reminder? Secret code name, the Frog Prince. Okay. Yeah, spontaneity and elevation. You've got to choose to be fearless and create better, to create harmony and be able to speak your truth fearlessly, to create harmony. Spontaneity, remember, you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Remember, you are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. You're making the conscious decision to evolve and elevate your energy. If you gotta go, you gotta go. You gotta be a fucking firework. Be a fucking firework. Soar and burst and sparkle. Wow and dazzle. Show someone what your healthy boundaries, your personal boundaries are. They might not have expected you to go anywhere because of how codependent the dynamic is. They might think they have you pegged. This is how you unlock your lucky stars. Move forward. Move forward. Leave the codependency behind. Leave the need to mold someone else behind. It's not your job. It's not your job. They need to do the self-correcting and the growth just like you do. Remove that curse from yourself. Allow your demons to be removed from yourself. Don't let them stay attached to you. All right. Secret code name, Amethyst Point. Oh, 1111. 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Secret code name, Amethyst Point. Here we go. Here we go. Spirit, please. What is this chakra healing that we are tuning into to release these lucky stars? What is the chakra healing that we are tuning into to heal in order to release the energy of our lucky stars? Secret code name, Amethyst Point. What is the chakra healing for secret code name, Amethyst Point, and those who would resonate to this message? Heart chakra. Heart chakra. Card number 22. Master builder. Co-creating with spirit. Loving yourself enough to love others in a way that is loving of the self. Let me repeat that. Loving yourself in a way that loves others enough that also loves yourself. Being able to love others in a way that also loves yourself. Heart chakra deals with forgiveness. Heart chakra deals with the release of resentment. The release of being angry. If you're angry at someone else, it's because you're angry at yourself for how you got there. The release of regret. If you have things left unsaid that hurt you, that you resent someone else, you may need to speak to them in a way that loves you and allows them to receive it at the same time, because it's not angry. It's not bitter. You have to be able to love them through the release of the toxic feelings. You have to be able to talk your healing into existence. They don't have to receive it. They don't have to like it, but you don't have to lose your shit or lose sight of the intention that you hold as you are healing yourself. If they leave the whole conversation unhealed, that's just a seed you planted in their heart for a later day, and the universe will water it. You might want to tune into the integration lesson, the dark mirror, that I did a couple days ago. This will help you heal this. You can also call in Archangel Raphael. He's a divine healer within the self. He'll heal your heart chakra and give you the strength and courage you need to offer that ripple to other people who are hurting. There's hurt people in your life that have hurt you. Hurt people, and you have to be able to talk about that and forgive them for that, so that you don't carry that pain with you in your heart and ripple it to others, so that you don't repeat it unconsciously, so that you don't repeat it. All right. Spirit, please give me some insights for secret code name, Amethyst Point. What insights do they need to unlock their lucky stars? I'm hearing you already know what to do. You're internally conflicted. You might be in denial about something, how much it's affected you, or how much your choices have affected someone else from when you were in a painful or aching heart space, how your pain, whether you knew it or not at the time, was rippling on someone else and their heart was becoming hurt because your heart was hurt. That's why it's so important for you to forgive and clear this past energy up, so that not only that you can heal it within yourself, but so that the person witnessing you can also see and witness your healing, so that they could take that energy for themselves too, and that lesson for themselves too, that you would teach them how to heal, that you would teach them how to understand and forgive at a heart level, that you wouldn't let yourself go to a place of anger or frustration, that someone taught you how to feel those things and that those things were okay to feel and that maybe you had to bottle it up. You know you're internally conflicted. Yeah, 99% is not 100. You got to bring justice to your heart. The Naked Heart is a special tarot card in this deck. It's a special major arcana. It came out with justice. You've got to claim your victory from a balanced place. Heart chakra healing. If, like I said, if you have not watched the integration lesson on the dark mirror, you should, because you can't half-ass love for people. You can't half-ass people that you care about, that you loved, by getting angry. You're not teaching them anything. They're not receiving anything that they can work with if you're popping off and being angry at them. You're half-assing your love for them. Likewise, if you're in denial and you're saying, well, I don't want to hurt them, you know, I care about them, I don't want to get them upset, well, then you're also half-assing your love for them, because they're hurting you. They're hurting you. In some which way, shape, or form, they're putting pain on you and you're not speaking up and you're eating it. And you enabling them to do that, you're half-assing your love for them too. You've got to be able to come whole at 100%. You've got to be able to integrate in your oneness, fortify in your oneness, be divinely guided in your oneness so that you can ripple that. You got to let the truth set you free, and you got to do it in a balanced way. You got to ask them the right questions. Whoever taught you it was okay to live hurt, you have to forgive them. It's not okay to live hurt. It's not okay to pop off and be angry at people you care about and hurt them. And it's not okay to be quiet and stay silent and not voice what it is that you're feeling, that others are putting on you that doesn't feel good. You don't have to accept that. Like, I love you, however, you putting this energy on me and me staying quiet about it and eating it up and not being able to express the way I feel is not okay either. What's the guidance, please, Spirit? You might want to create this, especially if you can. Create this shape, this set of shapes in a crystal grid, and allow it to bring in that transformation and that love energy. Allow yourself to meditate on it and feel the energy of it, right? Allow yourself to meditate on it and receive that, so that the internal conflict that you're going through that's burning up and creating the void within you can heal and come into balance. What's the guidance card, please? Collaborative dreaming. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card, so we're going to read it. I've used this deck quite a bit. I don't know if I've ever pulled it. Oh, and you got card 22 twice, because the Naked Heart is card number 22 too. And of course the Justice is card number 11. Just thought that was interesting. All right, so here we go. Let's read it. Collaborative dreaming. Here it is. It says, your heart is big enough to dream, not only for yourself, but for a new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams can relate to you alone. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good, because that is in your nature, the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intelligently cooperates in a grand scheme of loving creativity, right? Co-creating with the universe, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-wins. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. You are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved. Working with others creatively is a way to allow the heart to grow. It's a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others, and to find ways to live and let live simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance. You are asked to bear the rough patches that can happen when you work creatively with others. Ideas can clash and there can be friction, particularly if you have different ways of working. But sometimes big dreams need more fire to ignite them into the reality. More fire might require more friction along the creative path. It is not meant to be a permanent condition, just an aspect of the creative process from which you can learn something useful if you wish. Your guidance is to embrace any experiences of friction or tension within yourself or as you work with others with compassion, detachment, and tolerance. Watch that live. The integration lesson, The Dark Mirror. I'm going to have to link it in the description. That's what this card is all about. This oracle is guiding you to stay in your integrity and honor what you feel while remembering why you choose to open up in the first place. Call on unconditional love each day and evening. It only takes a moment to do. I call on unconditional love. Please help me and guide me in this pursuit. This learning program is taking place at a spiritual level, and it requires highly individualistic and creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are in order to reach a common goal. Your soulmates here in this life that you are consciously connected to had a dream, had a vision of healing the heart space, co-creating a life that is meaningful and full. You got to be able to see in the mirror. Look at the mirror imaging. You've got to be able to see in the mirror, especially in the dark places. You got to ask yourself the right questions and learn how to ask other people the right questions. You got to be able to tune into the vision and the love that exists and the reason behind it all. The 2 and the 8, number 28, this is balance within the self when facing infinite loops of karmic cycles in order to reach completion and new beginning. Your balance coming into abundance is what closes the cycle and creates the new one. Balance and abundance. All right, what's the remember card, Spirit? Be in the present. Don't focus on the past. If you're focusing on the past and the problems of your past, you are not being solution-oriented in the present. All right, the card is the present. Remember, you live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. You could see past the past. You can be in the present moment. You can tune into a healed heart space energy, a collaborative energy where you know your soul is being called on a journey with others to help create healing ripples. The present is our gift. Live in the moment. be able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstance. 100%. No half-assing it. No half-assing it. I hope that helps. Healing the heart chakra. Really, that live would benefit you immensely. To watch and rewatch. All right. Secret codename Eeyore. Secret codename Eeyore. And I couldn't help but remember like a meme that I had seen of Eeyore with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, where Eeyore is always kind of sad and always kind of down and always a little mopey, and you know, Eeyore is always saying he's fine, but he's still always a little down, but his friends continue to come around and hang out with him and talk with him and be with him even if he's a little sad. Because that's just Eeyore, right? That's just Eeyore's character. But Eeyore does light up sometimes and is happy when Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are around, and that's important. It's important to know that you have friends that care about you even when you're down, because you matter. You know, you matter. You're a part of their life. You're their friend. You know, they're your friends. You have those people that know that, you know, just because you're going through a hard time doesn't mean that they don't want to spend that time with you and ripple that love to you and remind you that, you know, they love you and enjoy you even if you are a little down. It's okay. It's okay. Because as long as you're not, because Eeyore never talks about why he's sad. You never actually hear in the episodes why Eeyore is so upset. He's not talking about it. And his friends continue to come around and spend time with him even though he's a little bit down. And he allows himself to enjoy his friendships and the people that care about him when they're around. And he's not letting the sad, you know, kind of depressed energy bleed onto his friends. Like, it's very much his own to work through. Very much his own to work through, and if he loses his tail, they put it right back on for him. You know what I mean? Because Eeyore can't reach it. When he loses his tail, like, he can't reach and put it back on, and his friends come over and like, it's okay, we're going to make you whole again. It's okay, we're going to make you whole again. You're missing your tail. Here, let's put it right back in its place so that you're whole and you feel more like yourself. You have this missing piece. Let's give it back. You know, let's put it back in its place. So here we go. Secret code name Eeyore. Oh, come on, pen. I didn't write the timestamp down. We'll say 126 somewhere in there. I gotta find it. Okay. There we go. All right. Here we go. Secret code name Eeyore. Spirit, what's the chakra healing? Whoop. That flew right out. Forgiveness. Heart chakra healing. You got to be able to forgive someone who was in their storm for bringing you into their storm, and let your rainbow light come back in. Make that soul wish and let it go. Let the universe take your wish. Make the wish and let it go. Give it to the universe to grow. Keywords are letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. Remember, hurt people hurt people. It's not okay to hurt the people that we love, and people that do that and think that that's acceptable and they don't know how to be better or communicate better, it's because they didn't know better, and we have to hold compassion and give them the ability to heal, and we have to allow ourselves to heal. We have to have compassion for ourselves, because if we keep trying to stay in someone's storm and it's hurting us, we have to have compassion for ourselves and say, I deserve better than that. I deserve better than being in the storm when life is offering me a rainbow, when I myself am a rainbow. I'm a rainbow too. I just heard that song. Ooh, it's been a while. Here I am. Want you to know, yeah. I'm a rainbow too. You're You're the Empress. This is the Earth Mother card. You need to be able to let the tree grow and get its life back. You have a bunch of creative energy trying to birth forward, and your tree is bare right now. Still got your crown. You still got your crown. You're still the fucking Empress. Sitting on top of this portal of a universe, right? You're sitting on top of the universe. You have the entire structure within yourself. You have all of the structure that you need, natural, within yourself. You just got to let it grow and flourish. You got to allow your creative energy to come out and flourish so that your tree can be full of life. You don't deserve to be the sad, bare Eeyore energy. You're allowed to flourish. Your tree. You know, trees are indicative of family and friendship and the things that, and the people that we're connected to that are beautiful. You have to allow those things to flourish. Allow your inner beauty, who you are, to flourish, to allow yourself to receive. Forgive other people for putting you in their storm. Know that you being a rainbow is what gets you out of it. You being that authentic fucking rainbow is what gets you out of it. You're what people wait for after the storm clears. You are the rainbow that people wait for when the storm is over, that people look for, the rainbow that people look for when their storm's over. You're a rainbow, and someone is looking for that energy. Someone is looking for their rainbow. In the middle of their storm, they're waiting for the rainbow. What else, Spirit, please? What insight can you give me for secret code name Eeyore? Spirit of Swords. This is the King of Swords. This is facing things logically and from a higher perspective at that. It's just the right way to be. It's the right way to do things. You know the right way. You know the higher perspective. You know when you're connecting with source consciousness and being called to ripple to someone else in your reality, the humanity of the world around you. This is Aquarian energy. You know when you're being called in your rainbow, to be the rainbow. If someone's in a stormy place, you're called to be the rainbow. That's your gift. You know there's a purpose behind it. You know there is. You've got a lot coming in to receive. The universe has called you to give and be the rainbow for someone in the middle of their storm, and you made a wish. The universe is going to allow you the ability to receive it, to receive the opportunity for the wish you've made with the Empress card here, with the Earth Mother card here. What else, please, Spirit? For secret code name Eeyore. Like, you know what's in the highest good of all. You know what's in the highest good for other people. You know the potential that they could reach if they're not stuck in the storm, which is why you bring that rainbow energy in. They need to witness a rainbow and get over their storm, right? They need to get over their storm. You're making wishes to the universe, and the universe is giving you opportunities to receive that. What else? I definitely feel like there's more. Yeah, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. You know, as the Earth Mother, you know what can create the best emotional state for yourself and others. You know what is in alignment with the highest emotional fulfillment. And I feel like you're facing your diamond being broken, this crystal, right? This diamond that would reflect rainbows, Whoever is keeping you out of your rainbow energy and making you feel broken, like the string of pearls is broken, they're devaluing you. They're devaluing you. Whoever the energy is that you need to forgive for putting you in the storm and not letting you be the rainbow, that they would devalue your rainbow energy, that they would dim the beautiful rainbow of light that you bring, that you know what creates emotional fulfillment, what keeps the energy from stagnating in less than. You got to forgive the people that have devalued you. Was it your mother that devalued you? Was it your father? Made you feel like your rainbow was not worth it because they were stuck in their storm and they couldn't see how beautiful your beautiful colors were, your authentic colors? Who devalued you? Forgive them. You got to know your worth. You got to know your value. They can't break you. They can't break you. A diamond is the strongest fucking thing on this earth. Don't let them take that from you. Don't let them make you feel broken, like you're missing pieces. That you can't have all of yourself and be all of yourself. That you would be broken. Don't feel like you need to leave yourself out of the equation. You're an integral part of it. Hell, you might be the answer to the equation. The problem, the storm, the rainbow is the answer. It's the result. It's clouds plus lightning plus rain equals rainbow. You know, like the rainbow is the solution to the fucking problem. You have to be your authentic rainbow. You have to allow your tree to flourish. You have to allow your beauty to shine and your light to shine. And if other people want to stay stuck in their storms, that's their place. That's their position. But you are the rainbow. And someone is searching out, seeking out the rainbow energy because maybe they are being devalued. They're being made to believe that they are less than what they are. They're being taught that who they are, or they're learning from experience that who they are is less than. Someone in your life or coming into your life. I'm feeling like someone in your life has been devalued. You have to remind them of their true value, that they are not what they think they are. They are not what they think they are. They're being devalued because they're projecting your lack of value. Their lack of value onto you, rather. They're projecting their lack of value onto you and dimming your value. If they don't feel like they're valuable, they're projecting it onto you and making you feel less valuable than you are. You're the fucking rainbow. You're the joy. You're the what people look forward to. You're the what people hope to see, hope to find. There's gold at the end of rainbows. There's abundance and prosperity and riches of the soul at the end of a rainbow. That's your energy. That's what you create. You are not the storm. They might be, but you're not. And I feel like somebody else in your reality is also being devalued the same way. You got to step into your rainbow. Yeah, defend to the end the worthwhile. You got to rain down some fucking wisdom on somebody and be solid. Even if it brings you to tears. You got to speak your piece. If you got to speak that wisdom, like you will not be devalued. You will not be depressed or sad because they tried to bring you into the storm when you're not the storm. You're a fucking rainbow. Your heart is glowing crystal. You know how to create emotional fulfillment. You know that whoever it is that you're witnessing is struggling to feel emotionally happy and full. You know it. And you can't be depressed because they're trying to tell you that your value is not what it is. That you weren't offering them the gold at the end of the rainbow. You were bringing them everything. You were bringing them the treasure. And as long as they're in the storm, they're never going to find what's at the end of the rainbow. Who taught them that the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow wasn't real? Where did they lose the joy in looking for the rainbow? Seeking out the rainbow. No, I want to follow the storm. I'm not going to look behind me and see the rainbow that I left behind. I'm going to follow the storm and stay in the storm wherever it goes. You're going to have to be really solid and bring down some serious wisdom on someone with this owl medicine. You're going to have to unleash the truth in the dark space. Like, owls are nocturnal. They're night flyers. They see in the dark. You see. You see in the darkness. You've got to be able to find that nourishment. And if you're feeling the tears and it's upsetting, it's because you're pulling on the energy of whoever it is you're talking to and just how sad they are inside. Because the rainbow doesn't fucking cry. The rainbow shines through the tears of the sky. The rainbow takes the tears of the sky and uses light to create beautiful things. Allow your tears to reflect beautiful rainbow energy. Remind yourself how beautiful your energy is, and then let them go. Let the storm go. Let them heal. Let yourself heal. Return yourself to the rainbow. Cast off that wish to the universe that it'll all be all right. I just heard Bob Marley. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be all right. Sing and don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. If it's worthwhile to you, whoever this is worth it to you. Really, we got card number 23 twice. 23 and 23. You've got to forgive them, and you've got to defend the fact that they're beautiful and they deserve the rainbow. And that when they're done in their storm, if they look back, they'll see that rainbow there. That when they're done following the storm, they can look back and see that rainbow there. And then let it go. Let it go. Grow. Heal. Have compassion for yourself. That you're not going to continue to be devalued, but you're not going to let yourself leave the situation feeling like you have no value. That you knowing how to create that emotional fullness. Don't believe that doesn't exist. Don't let them make you feel as if you can't create this when you can. You can create bliss. Forgive those that have hurt you. They're stuck in their storm. Forgive those that would dim you. They're stuck in their storm. Allow the divine light to shine in and let your rainbow exude the beauty of itself. The fact that you know in your energy what feels good and what you're doing. Defend your right to shine as the rainbow till the fucking end. Amen to that. All right. That is it for part 2. Guys, I hope it... Oh, scratch that, my bad. I need a remember card. Hold on. Let's not devalue you. Let's give you the whole bit. Oh, man. Oh, man. What do you need to remember? Expression. Your words are valuable. The expression of your rainbow is valuable. You are ready to manifest your thoughts. Whatever is going on in your thoughts, whatever is spinning around that needs to be said, you are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. You're ready to speak your piece. You're ready to shine that rainbow light. You are ready to express yourself. All of the thoughts trapped in your mind, just say them. Just say them. And let it go. Whatever is trapped in here that needs to come out, because if it doesn't come out, it's depressing you. Speak it. That's the reminder. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't devalue yourself by thinking what needs to come out doesn't need to come out. Just say it. They don't want to hear it, that's fine. You're still saying it. You're still the rainbow. They're still the storm. Fine. You're the rainbow. And that's that. That is the end. Part 2. That is the end of part 2. I will see you shortly for part 3. Bye, everyone.